If you have knee pain, trouble climbing stairs, or even a constant fear of falling when you try to get up from the couch, then I want you to know that I truly understand what you're going through. I've been there myself. There was a time in my life when I could barely make it to the gate of my own house. Every single step felt like a heavy burden. My legs would get stiff, my knees creaked like old wood, and the pain felt endless. The nights were even worse. I couldn't sleep properly because of the throbbing in my joints. I'd wake up tired, drained, and discouraged, feeling like my body was slowly rusting away. What was worse was the loneliness, the uncertainty of whether I'd ever find something that worked and what else I should even try. It was a cycle of pain and frustration. I was trapped. But then, something unexpected happened. One day, a kind neighbor came to visit and told me about a natural drink she had every morning. To be honest, I was skeptical at first, but I was also desperately craving some relief. So I said to myself, why not? Let me try it. This small decision turned out to be the best choice I've ever made for my health. After just a few days, I saw small but powerful changes. My body started to feel lighter. The heaviness in my legs wasn't the same anymore, and the constant stiffness began to fade. And today, I can happily say that I can climb stairs again, without pain, without strong medication, and without the fear that used to hold me back. Stronger, freer, more alive, I've never felt this way at my age. Now, I want you to have that same chance. If you want to know exactly what's in this recipe that changed my life, stick with me until the end of this video. I'll walk you through the preparation step by step. It's simple, affordable, and most importantly, it can give you the relief you've been searching for. But before I reveal the recipe, I want to ask you something very important. Do you also want to climb stairs without fear? Walk with more confidence and wake up in the morning with new energy and lightness? If your answer is yes, then write this in the comments now. I want to live pain-free. This might seem like a small act, just a few words, but trust me, it's so much more than that. When you write that phrase, you're making a promise to yourself. A promise that you're ready to take the first step to change your routine and reclaim your independence. And it's often these small decisions that bring about the biggest changes in our lives. Ingredients. The basic ingredients of our recipe are prunes, oats, and coconut milk. And I'm telling you, before I discovered this combination, I had truly tried everything possible. Ointments, pills, injections, even all those miracle teas. I tried them, but nothing gave me lasting relief. The pain in my knees kept coming back, sometimes even stronger than before. And you know what? I finally realized that the real secret wasn't on the outside, but on the inside. It's in what we eat every day. Sounds almost too simple, right? But the effect it had on my body was shocking in the best way. For years, I was looking for solutions that would only cover up the problem. Then, when I started drinking this smoothie made of prunes, oats, and coconut milk, my life gradually began to change. My pain eased, my strength returned, and I felt lighter and freer. Now, let me break down the power of each of these ingredients for you. Of all the ingredients, prunes were the one that surprised me the most. Most people know them as a digestive aid, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Prunes are rich in vitamin K, potassium, iron, and magnesium, and they're also packed with antioxidants like polyphenol. These compounds directly fight inflammation in your joints, combating that annoying knee swelling, stiff legs, and the heavy feeling when you try to move. Prunes are a natural source of relief. And that's not all. They also strengthen bones, support circulation, and improve mobility, which makes a huge difference for anyone who feels pain with every step. Next, we add oats, which are a true powerhouse in this blend. Oats are full of soluble fiber, especially beta-glucan, which is known for its ability to stabilize blood sugar and soothe inflammatory processes in the body. Less inflammation means less discomfort, less stiffness, and more freedom of movement. And the best part is that oats provide a steady release of energy throughout the day, so you feel less drained and more ready to live actively instead of just enduring pain. And then there's coconut milk, which acts almost like oil for the gears of your body. It provides healthy fats that nourish and hydrate from the inside out. It helps relax your muscles, relieves tension, and delivers vital minerals like magnesium and potassium, as well as vitamin C, all crucial for the health of your nerves, muscles, and joints. It's calming, strengthening, and incredibly nourishing. When these three ingredients come together, something special happens. It's not just a drink. It becomes a daily act of self-care. I started drinking it every morning, and within a short time, I noticed my knees weren't as swollen. I could get out of bed without that heavy struggle. I could keep walking without having to stop every few steps. The stiffness that once held me back started to disappear. And let me tell you this, if you also feel like your body is seizing up, if climbing stairs feels like a battle, or if you constantly need support just to stand up, this recipe could be the exact blessing you've been waiting for. Simple, natural, and effective. It has the potential to transform your routine just like it changed mine. Here's how to make the smoothie. Now that you know why these ingredients are so powerful, let me show you step by step how to properly prepare this drink. I'll use the ideal measurements and the method I personally follow every day. Grab a pen or write this down, because these details make all the difference. Ingredients: 6 pitted dried prunes. If they feel too dry or hard, no problem, just soak them for about 15 minutes in half a cup of warm water. This will make them nice and soft and easier to blend. 2 tablespoons of oats. Use either quick cooking or rolled oats, depending on your desired consistency. Both work perfectly fine. 1 cup of coconut milk. If you can make it fresh yourself, that's the best choice, as it's creamier and more nutritious. But if you only have packaged coconut milk, that works too. Half a ripe banana, optional. It's not absolutely necessary, but I recommend it because it adds a natural sweetness, balances the flavor, and provides extra potassium, which is fantastic for muscle and joint function. A pinch of cinnamon powder to taste. Besides the warm aroma and flavor cinnamon brings, it's a true functional spice. It stimulates circulation, helps regulate blood sugar levels, and has anti-inflammatory properties that provide extra support for your joints. Preparation method: add everything to the blender: the prunes, oats, coconut milk, banana, if using, and cinnamon. Here's a golden tip you must not skip. Remember the prune soaking water? Don't throw it away. This liquid contains some of the fruit's nutrients and fiber, including antioxidants, potassium, and a natural compound called sorbitol. Sorbitol is a gentle digestive aid and helps reduce inflammation in the body. So, make sure to add that water to the blender to keep all the good stuff in. Once you have all the ingredients in, blend for about 2 minutes until you have a smooth, creamy consistency. You want a velvety and easy-to-drink texture with no chunks or fibers. If it's too thick for you, you can add a splash of water or coconut milk to adjust it. And just like that, you have a powerful, nutrient-rich smoothie to enjoy. When and how to drink it for best results, don't skip ahead, because this part is just as important as the recipe itself. I'm going to tell you exactly when to drink it, how long to incorporate it, and the time frame. I personally noticed my first results. I'll also share 2 additional ingredient options so you can vary the flavor and never get bored. Because let's be honest, drinking it just once and expecting a miracle simply won't work, will it? The true secret is consistency. That was the turning point for me, and I believe it will be for you too. I started drinking this smoothie every day, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This timing is crucial because in those first waking hours, your body absorbs nutrients more efficiently without other foods getting in the way. And I can tell you that after just the first 3 mornings, I started to notice small changes. My body felt lighter, less stiff, and I no longer had that rusted up feeling when I tried to move. After just 1 week of drinking it regularly, the stiffness I felt when getting up had drastically decreased. My joints felt more responsive. My knees no longer felt so blocked, and movements like climbing stairs became easier. Not effortless yet, but no longer the grinding struggle it once was. And the best part, I was no longer dependent on daily pain medication. The constant reliance on pills, which often had side effects and only provided temporary relief, gradually faded away naturally as my body regained its strength. By the 2nd week, I noticed something else: a boost in energy and vitality. I used to feel exhausted just thinking about going to the market. But with this smoothie, I started walking without fear, with more confidence and stability in my legs. It felt like a piece of my life was given back to me. I made a goal to drink this smoothie for 30 days, from Monday to Saturday. On Sundays, I would take a break to let my body rest, but that was just my personal choice. If you'd rather drink it every day without a break, you can absolutely do that. There's no harm in drinking it daily if that works for you. These days, I mix it with other juices and smoothies every now and then. But here's something important. Whenever I feel my body getting stiff again or I notice that discomfort creeping back in, I go back to this exact recipe. And every time, the relief returns. Of course, you can't forget that every body is different. Some people feel a change after just 3 days. Others might not notice an improvement until a full 2 weeks have passed. The most important thing is not to give up too early. With patience, care, and consistency, the results will show up and last. Variations to keep the smoothie exciting. Speaking of results, I don't want you to fall into the trap of making the same recipe every day and eventually giving up out of boredom. So, I'll show you a few simple variations that I've tried myself, which not only keep the flavor exciting, but also boost the health benefits even more. One of the easiest swaps I've made was replacing the banana with an apple. Apples contain quercetin, a natural compound with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It helps with swelling and stiffness in the joints, and the smoothie tastes lighter and fresher. This is especially great for anyone who doesn't like a drink that's too sweet in the morning. On another day, I decided to add a teaspoon of turmeric with a pinch of black pepper. This golden duo is known to fight pain and inflammation, protect joints, and improve circulation. Just remember to use small amounts, as turmeric has a strong flavor. The pepper isn't for spice, it's to increase the absorption of curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. Together, they give your body a natural healing boost. I also experimented with adding a teaspoon of chia seeds. These tiny seeds might look simple, but they're packed with plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, protein, and soluble fiber. They help lubricate the joints, reduce inflammation, and ensure smooth digestion. When soaked, they also give the smoothie a pleasant texture that makes it even more filling. Here's another variation I really liked. Instead of just using coconut milk, I sometimes replaced half of it with plain yogurt. This not only made the drink creamier and lighter, but also introduced probiotics that support gut health. A healthy gut means better nutrient absorption, which directly impacts your bones, joints, and overall energy. Finally, one more small but valuable tip. On very hot days, add a few ice cubes before blending. This turns the drink into a refreshing chilled smoothie that feels like a treat while still delivering all the nutrients your body needs. By constantly switching between the variations, apple instead of banana, turmeric with black pepper, chia seeds, yogurt substitute, or just ice cubes, I was able to maintain this habit for months without ever getting tired of it. Each version felt like a new recipe, but with the same powerful foundation, and every sip reminded me that I was taking care of my body from the inside out, using nothing but the natural gifts that truly work. Final message. If I've learned one thing over the years, it's that pain doesn't just affect your body. It quietly robs you of so much more. It takes away your will to move, the joy in the little things, and sometimes even the sparkle in your eyes. Every step feels heavy, every task becomes harder, and slowly, it chips away at your self-confidence. But the beautiful thing is, when you discover something that truly helps, even if it's just a simple recipe from nature, it feels like hope is coming back to life inside you. This isn't about miracles or instant fixes. It's about making a conscious decision to nourish yourself with what life and nature have already provided. Just one glass of this smoothie, which you prepare daily with consistency and a little faith, becomes so much more than just a drink. It becomes a true act of self-love, a daily reminder that you are choosing to honor your body and give it what it needs to heal and stay strong. And that, my friend, holds an immense power far greater than we think. So don't give up, even when your body feels heavy, even when fatigue tries to slow you down. Every pain-free step you take is already a victory. Every morning you wake up with less stiffness and more energy is a victory worth celebrating. And if, like me, You believe that God has placed everything we need to care for ourselves in the simple things of life, then hold on to that belief. Because while the body may grow older and weaker, the soul, if it has hope, can be renewed every single day. Now let me ask you, will you continue to live with the same pain, or are you ready to take this small but powerful step toward a life with more ease and freedom? Will you wait another month and watch the days go by? Or will you start tomorrow morning by giving your body the care it deserves? If you are truly determined to change your life, do it not only for yourself, but also for the people who love you and want to see you healthy. Share this video with someone you know who is also struggling and needs relief, because sometimes a simple piece of information can change an entire life. Comment below on how you felt while listening, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more natural tips and recipes. And before you go, don't forget, if you love this juice, click on the video that appears on the screen now. And let's continue this journey together, step by step, with more health, more confidence, and more well-being. Hey,